Hello from Pilsen in Czech Republic. Dear colleagues, I will try to turn your attention to a very specific issue, to bad management of rainwaters in cities and to some negative consequences of it. So let's go on. I will begin with some basic statements that is very useful to have on mind when concerning water, especially rainwater. It's good to know that if we need well air-conditioned city, we need water. Of course, we need water also when we need parks with trees and grass, lawns and so on. And of course, it seems that if we really want to have healthy citizens in our cities, then we need plenty of water just to feed the needs I mentioned above. On the other hand, we are not able to manage the rainwater properly. Moreover, we throw away most of the rainwaters, and that's very bad message. And because water connects everybody with everything, it's not easy to throw out water because many bad consequences might be awaited. We will have two cases here. One case is concentrated on water quantity and the second one at water quality. In Pilsen we have Bolevec Lake. It's very famous locality. Iconic site for recreation for, I think, 150 or 200 years. And this site also had a period of bad water quality due to eutrophication and cyanobacterial algal blooms. But we spent large amounts of money and of energy to clear the water again. This project was successful. Now we have very nice recreational locality, but parallelly we lost water. Here you can see the drop of water level during series of dry years. In the middle of the lake, we have a new little island. It's a very nice place, but it's a very good sign that tells our citizens that we have really a problem with water. What's the reason? 25% of watershed of the lake is built up, and it's a bad luck that all rainwater is led to sewerage. When looking at the map, it's absolutely clear that the task to lead the water in the lake again will be very demanding and will last at least several decades, probably more than 100 years. But we need the water just now. The project is to pump water from the river into the lake. But the water quality in the river is much worse than is necessary for the lake. So we need a special water treatment plant, something like water treatment plant for drinking water, something like this. And we need about 20 liters per second pump to have full lake during maybe 3 years. There were a parallel thought to use or reuse clean wastewater from the wastewater treatment plant, but quality and many contaminants of this water make this possibility not favorable. Now we are in case 2, and that concerns the water quality. Sewage water overflows, what it really is. When rains, nearly all the water is let into sewerage, but sewerage pipes are not able to handle all the rain water. Therefore, the excessive water is running off into surface waters without any cleaning. So sewage combined with rainwater are entering our surface waters, rivers, little streams, ponds, reservoirs. I think it's a key problem. Other problem is that the overflows take place in short periods, short time episodes. Therefore, we have nearly no data from standard monitoring system, and therefore we know nearly nothing about the problem. Moreover, the water sampling is necessary make just below the city due to other interferences, maybe runoff from fields and so on. It's to emphasize that these overflows represent huge doses of pollution. What we can expect to get in our rivers? Maybe, first of all, nutrients, especially phosphorus, that enhances blue-green water blooms in reservoirs, ponds, and so on. Of course, organic substances that deplete dissolved oxygen in rivers, and we can expect fish kills. Organic micropollutants are now very famous. It's a wide spectrum of substances with very suspective activities in the water and in whole ecosystems. And of course, microbiological agents are very popular now, especially antibiotic-resistant bacteria or viruses. It's clear that such inputs, such loads of pollutants deteriorate water quality in rivers and streams. And of course, the negative effect we see also in organisms and also in communities of water organisms. On the other hand, we need to reach good ecological status of our rivers, and it's in many places it's impossible to reach good ecological status, especially due to input of such pollution. I see alarming that the overflows appears just after 1 millimeter of rain. So cities have nearly no retention capacity for rain water. I think it's very alarming. This is an example of concentrations in a river where we monitored the influence of these waters, these overflows. Eutrophication is one of most spread problems in our surface waters, but it's absolutely clear that we will be not able to solve eutrophication without solution for these sewage water overflows, because input of phosphorus this way is really high. In Pilsen, the situation is just not very good. And of course, we faced some fish kills. The last one was in 2018. It was about 5,000 kilograms of dead fish below my beloved city. For small streams, these overflowing waters are also very bad message. Not just during the precipitation event, but also after it, because around the riverbed, many remnants, many ugly things appear. Most popular may be wet wipes, but other things could be seen there. They are, of course, also very infectious. We have one so-called good, that means expensive solution, and it's called separated sewers. That means that rainwater and sewage water has each its own pipeline. It seems to be fine, but it's too fine for engineers, but very bad for ecologists and hydrobiologists, because problems appear just in the stream. The stream must undergo a process enhancing its capacity to handle high water levels, high flows. And it's impossible without total destruction of the stream. So the city streams then are not very suitable for walks or for rendezvous or for children and so on. Moreover, these corridors are something like bobsled tracks that accelerate water flows, and that's not a good message for all who live downstreams. Then we have some retention tanks, but despite they are very expensive, it's not the best solution. It should help to solve the issue of rainwater, but it's only partial solution, despite, as I said, very expensive. When we look at my beloved city, Pilsen, we see that we are very bad polluters for the river below the city, and we make continually some troubles also for citizens or inhabitants of the landscape below us. On the other hand, Pilsen withdraws water, raw water for drinking water purposes from a river too, and also in the drainage basin of the river Uhlava are many cities and villages and many overflows. So what with it? I think that These two statements could be very good reason to do something effective, something progressive. I think that's the most important what I wanted to say you all. Thank you for your attention.